In this video, we'll be taking a look at the ACEMAGIC Matrix Mini M1 and taking it apart to have a look at the inside. If you're interested in seeing more videos like this, make sure you subscribe and click on the notification bell so you'll be notified once I upload a new video. Let's go ahead and unbox it. So you're provided with the user manual, the power cable and adapter or transformer, an HDMI cable, mounting hardware to be able to mount the mini PC to the back of your monitor or display, and the computer itself. The ACEMAGIC M1 is an Intel Core i9-11900H equipped mini PC with 32GB of RAM and 1TB SSD. The RAM can be upgraded to 64GB and the storage up to 4TB if you wish. On the front, there's a USB Type-C 3.2 Gen 2 port, two USB Type-A 3.2 Gen 2 ports, a 3.5mm audio jack, and a power button. On one side, there's a heatsink, and on the back there's an HDMI 2.0 port, display 1.4 port, 2.5GB LAN port, four USB Type-A 3.2 Gen 1 ports, and a DC power jack. There is also another heatsink on the back. On the bottom, there's a fan intake. With this setup, you can run three 4K displays by making use of the HDMI port, display port, and Type-C port. Now let's jump into the teardown. Once flipped over, there are four rubber stands which need to be removed. There are four Phillips screws which are holding the housing assembly together. Once the screws have been removed, the top cover can be separated from the bottom. There are two Phillips screws which are holding on the power jack to the bottom housing. Next, we'll need to remove the fan and heatsink assembly. Three additional Phillips screws need to be removed. The power cable for the fan also needs to be disconnected from the board. Here's a look at the aluminum fan. The four Phillips screws which are holding down the heat pipe and heatsink assembly need to be removed. Here's a better look at that. We can see a copper plate, some thermal paste, as well as thermal pads located here to help transfer heat. The coaxial cables for the Wi-Fi antenna need to be disconnected. So taking a look at the motherboard, we can see the Intel Core i9-11900H processor, as well as the 11th gen Intel UHD graphics chip. Here's a better look. Looking at the other side, we can see the RAM, the M.2 NVMe SSD, the Wi-Fi module, the BIOS battery which is connected over here, as well as the soldered USB ports, the Ethernet jack, the display and HDMI port, the power button, and the auxiliary port. So this configuration came with 32GB of RAM and the 1TB M.2 NVMe SSD. If you wanted to, you can upgrade the RAM up to 64GB and the SSD or storage up to 4TB. There are two M.2 2280 NVMe slots, one is over here and the other one's located here. The overall layout and design of this mini computer makes it fairly easy for any type of repairs or upgrades. Upgrading or replacing the RAM or SSD shouldn't take more than 10 minutes. This mini PC is ready to handle heavy workloads, gaming, and entertainment all in a compact form factor. With Windows 11 Pro pre-installed, it's ready to go out of the box. So if you're tight on space or looking for something you can pick up and take with you on the go, I recommend taking a look at the ACEMAGIC Matrix Mini M1. I'll place links in the description for anyone who's interested, and I'll see you in the next one.